Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Azorius Control. So with the release of Aetherdrift, we got a new control card draw card in Stock Up. Stock Up is your, pseudo Memory Deluge. It's a 3 mana, look at the top 5 of your library and put 2 cards into your hand, the rest at the bottom of the library. So basically, we're going to select 2 cards out of the top 5, which, as you remember, that Memory Deluge was 4 mana to look at the top 4, look at the top 4, and then 7 mana again from the flashback to look at the top 7. So obviously, Deluge is way better than this, but this is something that we can currently do in Standard. Deluge is no longer in Standard, and this is card draw, card advantage that goes up a card. And that's pretty important in a blue-white deck, because we need to go up cards. And so I want to see how good Stock Up is in this sort of standard blue-white Azorius Control shell, but with my own twist. And that twist is 2 cards. One is the Stonebrain. I always like to have a Stonebrain in the control decks, because if there's a card that I want to get rid of on my opponent's side that is something that we cannot handle, Stonebrain can do that. And since we're kind of a control deck, we can definitely stall out until Stonebrain can get the 1 card that we need to hit. And we also have 2 Vanish into Eternity. Not a lot of people are playing this, and I get it. I don't think it's that good of a card, but it is something that I feel like is relevant in this deck that a lot of times people overlook because they're playing best of 3, and in best of 1, you just get got by one of those, tech cards that people are running. So I run 2 Vanish to get any tech cards, to basically be able to hit any tech cards. Artifact, enchantment, creatures, planeswalkers, what have you, Vanish should be able to hit them. So that way we at least have answers to everything in this deck. Not all the time, not every game, but we at least have answers. So let's talk about the whole deck list. In the early game, we got no 1-drop. Don't look at that card. That's not a 1-drop. So the actual early game starts on turn 2. Our turn 1 is just playing a tap land. Turn 2, we have 4 Get Lost, 2 Change the Equation, and 2 No More Lies for all of our interactions, removal or counterspell. But if our opponent's playing Graveyard Strategy, we also have 2 Rest in Peace to get rid of their graveyard. And trust me when I say this, Rest in Peace is a necessity in Best of 1 nowadays. There's so many Graveyard Strategy out there. They got a Golgari, Grave Beings deck. They have the also Golgari, the Roots deck, right? You got your Orzhov or your Esper, Raise the Past decks. You have your Reanimated decks with Zombify. You have your Azorius or Esper with Oculus. Just all kinds of graveyard strategies gets shut down by this 1 card. And there's so many of them that Rest in Peace is a necessity. Then going to turn 3, we got 2 Vanish, which we can definitely play on turn 3 to exile any non-creature, non-land permanent. If they're creature, we're going to hotel this 6 mana. That's fine too. We also have 3 Temporary Lockdown against all those damn rat decks. Temporary Lockdown is going to help. And then we have 4 Stock Up. If our opponent's not doing anything, we can definitely stock up in response to that and just kind of pack our handful of counter spells or interaction spells. And also, I have 3 steps ahead for counter spell. Only 2 in this deck because I had to put in 2 Vanish instead of having 4 3 steps. When I first tried this deck, I had 4 3 steps, and all I fight with Forge decks and Artifact decks, and this deck cannot handle that. So that's why it's now 2-2. Then going to 4-drop, this is one of the most important cards in the deck. Beza, the Bounding Spring. This card has saved me so much in so many games. Everybody's playing aggro, so 4 mana to play a 4/5 blocker that also gains you 4 life is already a lot. But if your opponent has a wide board, you also get 2/1/1 fish, so that's a 4 mana 6/7. That's pretty good, right? And then if your opponent somehow has more cards than you because you've been just interacting with your opponent's hand, you also draw a card, or sometimes even get a treasure token. So there's a lot. And we also have 2 Day of Judgment for board wipe, and 3 Jace for our win con. We mill them out. So yes, the win con is to mill them out, but we don't have to. We can attack with Beza and win that way, or we can attack with Fish and win that way. And then we also have a 5-drop in 4 Rights End and just 1 Sunfall. Now, don't let that fool you. The Rights End, it's a 5 mana spell that could cost 2 mana if you target a tapped creature or vehicle. So, right here. This is another 2-drop. So we actually have a lot of 2-drop interactions. And then the other card that we don't really play on turn 2, the Stonebrain. This card, you really only want to play on turn 4 and be able to activate it right away. You don't want to just sit it out there on the board and have opponent potentially be able to handle it or interact with it. You want to play the Stonebrain and exile, their Zur. Play the Stonebrain and exile their Monsters Rage or Manifold Mouse, right? You want to play the Stonebrain and exile their key card in their deck. And then lastly, we got lands. 25 lands. I don't have 26 lands in this deck because I could not fit it in. I cut a land for the Stone Brain because I love it so much. But the rest, 25 lands, 3 plains, 3 islands, 4 Fluff Farm Verge, 4 Meticulous Archive, 4 Seachrome Coast, and 2 Restless Anchorage. Then we have 1 Blast Zone, 2 Demo Fields, and 2 Fountain Ports. That Blast Zone actually is incredible in this deck because there are so many 1 drops, 2 drops, and 3 drops out there that the Blast Zone can really target in a single deck, right? If a deck is too heavy on 3 drops, Blast Zone will hit all of them. If the deck's too heavy on 2 drops or 1 drops, Blast Zone will hit all of them. Also, if the 2 drops and 1 drops heavy, Temporary Lockdown will also hit all of them. So yeah, Blast Zone is pretty good along with the Temporary Lockdown to kind of lock out all aggro plays. And then the Fountain Port draws cards, Demo Field will kill their utility lands, and then we'll win the long game. That's this deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is the Achai. Achai! That sounds familiar, like an anime that I've seen somewhere, but I can't recall what it is. We go first. We got Jeff Bezos, so maybe the stock up in the Jeff Bezos will get us the life we need against our aggro opponent. I mean, look at that sleeve. Definitely Boros here. So, get the Archive going. Fountain Pour. That is the 4th land, right? And Fountain Pour is a very good land, so... Sanctifier. Alright, so they are the, what's it? The, Raise the Past deck. That's what it's called. Yo. That's insanely good. I gotta wait till they have more things in the graveyard before I do that, though. So... let's stock it up. No more lies. 3 steps. Or change. Red or green spell. They don't have red or green spells here, so... maybe it's just 3 steps. Sure. They can take the rest in peace, but that just makes it so that it's safe against this card. Stone Brain. Okay. I just do that. Let's take out their race. Hello? Did it get stuck? Raise the pass. There's 1 in your hand. Oh, and there's a bunch in your deck. I didn't even get to see his whole deck. I gotta remember that if I click through all of that, they won't let me see the rest of his deck. But yeah, there you go. Nice combo you got. Still trying. Okay. Rides in. Well, I mean, this is not going to give me a card or anything, but it will give me some fish and some life. Amalia. This is whenever they gain life, I lose life, right? So I gotta be careful with that. Unfortunately, I can't really gain any life here. Or I can't gain any cards here, so... we're gonna have to fight through it this way, because I still mana screw. Do drop Cure. Cool. I mean, I can just Rise N and get him that way. There you go. Enjoy your Dewdrop Cure. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Still don't think he could get through it with all that. Snarling Gorehound. And Amalia attacking. Does he have a removal in his hand? Doesn't have a removal as Amalia dies, and oh, I get a Sunfall? That's not fair. After all that, just get Sunfall? Alright, this is what happened when Shuffler helps you in every turn. When you're not even trying. GG. Now get the F up. Haha, Achai. Rest in peace. Rest in pieces. Alright, our opponent is JK. Nice name. We go first. I mean, it'd be pretty good if they're aggro. If they're not aggro, we're kind of stuck on no card draw. Let's try it out. The green, the Land War Elf, not aggro yet. Do we just get Lost the Elf? This only counters 2, right? What can they play on turn 3? I don't know what color they are. That's kind of the trick. Getting Lost the Elf, I mean, it doesn't... If they play a big creature, I can get Lost a big creature. Okay, they're just an elf deck. Other elves, whenever you play an elf spell, yeah. Do we get Lost this Land War Elf? Then keep the Leaf Crown Visionary? So do I want a temporary lockdown next turn? It does lock everything down. At the cost of 2 life, I think that's worth it. Right end. Alright, so lots of ways to get rid of everything he has. Stalker. Is that it? Okay. Green, huh? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good way to utilize or change the equation. I'll take this one. No need to throw... Oh, come on. Give me my card draws. No need to throw all these, you know, very good Land War Elf. I'll take the 2. Go a little lower. Not getting any card draw is definitely not fun. Vivian, wow, okay. It's a good thing I kept my Get Lost.
There's something almost feral about this city. Oh, I've made lots of friends in this town.
Just gonna play that elf. He's tapped out. Let's kill the Vivian.
This hustle and bustle's not for me.
No more lies. Yeah, we'll get a 3-3. If they have a Planeswalker, we're gonna attack it. There more creatures? They gotta have more creatures. Nope. GG. I don't know what kind of game that was, but yeah, elves are no match for a blue-eye control, even if we don't draw any card draw. Alright, our opponent is the K29. Okay, he's 29. We go first. Change the equation going first. That's pretty fun. I'm not sure if I will be able to use it, though, because I probably want to archive so I can stock up. Depending on what they're doing. Or I can untap land, and that kind of solves all the problem. Still depends on what he's doing. Green-white. Novice Inspector. Alright, well, let's hold up a counterspell. Let's see what might happen on turn 2. Maybe he... I mean, I can counter a green spell, but nothing too crazy. Okay. He's got nothing. We just hold this up. I don't think I need to stock up here. I have a lot of plays anyways. Right End, good card. Answers whatever he could have. I can counter his 2-drop. Not a 3-drop, but I can counter his 2-drop. And I do have Beza. So, if he doesn't play anything, I can kind of just sit back. If he does play something, I'm going to counter it. Right? That's the idea. If he doesn't play anything, I will just sit back. Not gonna waste a right end on Novice Inspector. Virtue? Okay, stopping a Virtue is pretty good. Because I stop both sides of it. Let's see if he plays another creature. This Bant? What is this? Bant aggro? Bant tokens? Sentinel. Well, unfortunately, I can't get him to play another land on board. But maybe he can draw another land. No. Okay, Bunnycorn. Uh-oh. Okay. He doesn't want it. I was going to say, his creature's going to get big. I think we let that go, because I want my Beza to make tokens. I don't think I'm going to draw cards either way, right? So... let's just go up to 20. The stock up should be able to get us our board wipes. There's 2 of them. He's at 47, so we need 3 Jaces to actually mill him out. We're not gonna do that. I think we're just gonna stall out. Dusk-Rose Reliquary. Not sure if you want to do that. Removing that Beza just kind of gives me the Bezas back later. Block the 3. I'll take 2. Uses the map. There's a Gear Hulk. Does not want the Gear Hulk? Wow, that's amazingly insane. Let's stock it up. There's a DOJ. Do I want a second Jace? 46. 2 Jaces still will take a while to get there, right? But that is the win con. Holding up a counterspell, how relevant is that? It's probably better to hold up a counterspell than the second Jace. You know what? No. 1 Jace mills 15, the second Jace can draw 3. That's pretty useful. And now I can, you know, block and sack to draw a card with the Fountain Pour. Then we'll Day Judgment him. Still have plenty of life, so we're okay. Oh no, I'm tapped out. Do your worst. Uses more of the map token. He goes to 5 mana. He probably has Oil Deep Gear Hulk. Well, no, the Bright Glass Gear Hulk in 10. Right? That's what I assume he would have. There's 5 mana. So he Gear Hulks me? What do I do? How much do I care about him Gear Hulking me, though? It's not too scary. I can also just Beza. There's not enough things on board for me to care. Yeah, right? If I Beza, gain 4 life, I can make 2 1/1s. But if I wait, if I Day Judgment, and then he Gear Hulk me, then my Beza might be able to draw a card. It's not likely either way. Yeah, if it's not likely either way, let's get the life gain and the fish in play first. Also has blue mana, so I wonder what he may have. I don't think I want to Right and the Novice Inspector. I might have a bunch of Dusk-Rose Reliquaries too. Spyglass. Oh, it's for the Spyglass Sirens. And there's a second Dusk Rose Reliquary, probably. Yep. Oh man, I should have taken the temporary lockdown. Oh well. Let's write in one of them. Do I? This is Vigilance. It's not Vigilance. This is Ward? It's not Ward either. So... maybe it's just a straight up chump. I do have no more lies now. Let's just do this. Take Judgment. Wipes the board. And then if he doesn't drop a land... no, he does drop a land. There's the Gear Hulk. Yeah, there's a lot of ifs that's not happening, and we drew 6 lands only. So unfortunately we can't do anything with 6 lands. I should have... well, I was holding on to a No More Lies. I didn't know that they were going to immediately drop a land, right? Shardmage Rescue. That's interesting. Warden of the Inner Sky. Let's stop that. Warden's very good. He's got a bunch of artifacts on board, right? So we'll stop that from happening, and we're going to have to hope to hit his Bright Glass through the Shardmage. That's the difficult part. So I guess we stock up first so we can get it. Sunfall's pretty useful. Blast Zone. Get it on 1 and just pops everything he has. Okay. It starts in on 1, so I don't really have to worry. And then a Sunfall will wipe the board. Alright, he's got 6 cards in his graveyard. Maybe he's got 2 Shardmage Rescues. I mean, I could take 4. Oh, he's just gonna do that. What does this do? Other attacking creatures you control gets +1/+1. Before I go to declare blockers, sacrifice this land. Chump? I don't even need to chump. I'll take the 5. Oh my god, you tap out for that? Shouldn't have tapped out for that. Play up Bunnycorn as a 1/1. Cool. I can also exile his Bunnycorn. Stock up, that's a good card. I don't think I'm going to exile the Bunnycorn, but I will get lost the Bunnycorn while he has nothing on board. Let's attack like this. Yeah, that Blast Zone really got him. I don't think he saw it, because he really just attacked out of nowhere. Okay, another Bright Glass. Search for more 1-drops. 38 cards. He's going to go down to 36 cards. A double Jace is going to get him. He's got 10 cards in his graveyard. How many Dusk Rose Reliquary would he still have? Like, what kind of 1-drop does he have in his deck that can help him, you know? Maybe a Pixie? Pixie's not that great here. He can bounce the Bright Glass, but what is that going to get him? Come on. Let him pick. Alright, I guess our opponent's, you know, rage quit. K29, I don't know if he's actually trying to pick or he's just looking at his cards and crying. Does have 38 cards, right? So definitely could be something that he's deciding on. But I played this deck for a while when I was trying to make this video about the Bright Glass Gear Hulk, and I'm gonna let you in a little secret about this deck. It sucks. It sucks so bad. Every time I play this deck, it's just every opponent has the best answer to everything it plays. So obviously, I don't say that as the deck itself is terrible, but on Arena, the shuffling algorithm definitely incentivizes some type of deck against others, and I've noticed that. It's not... Some decks, when you play them, on paper, it all works just fine. You put them on Arena, you never draw the right cards at the right time, or always draw the wrong cards at the wrong time. And that's the worst feeling. Our opponent's gonna rope out, and, well, there's only one more timer, so I'm gonna talk through it. Otherwise, if they rope for more than this timer, I will cut the video and we'll come back, but right now I think they're still picking, so I really should change these. There's some spicy new ones. Lands, am I right? Lands, am I right? I sure try to unlock those. What's the greatness one? Let's look at the quote. Greatness at any cost. I guess rope is a cost. Why aren't there any BM ones? There should be a bunch of BM ones. Like, you know, can you rope any longer? Or, okay, is it my turn yet? There's this one, right? This is the only BM one that I remember. Which is right. This is the best thing that happened in Thunder Junction. Basically it. Oh, everything else is a disgrace to Magic. Just like this guy playing Magic right now. Come on. Stop roping. If you're not going to play, just concede. Right there you can concede. There you go. GG. Alright, our opponent is Z Frezzy. Fezzy? Fizzy? Feezy? I don't know. Too many Z's. We go first. We got Lockdown, Vanish, Beza. I'm always happy to see Beza. It's kind of weird. I always thought it was not a good card compared to Shieldred, but honestly, Beza has been the reason why I think this deck still works. Hardfire Hero. Okay. So I'm gonna hide this other white mana and then play this blue mana. Right? He might not think I have temporary lockdown. I have 2 white. Cool. And we'll Ride's End the Hardfire Hero probably. Well, if he plays something, we'll do it post combat. Let's get it going. You want to protect it now? Shatter Mage Rescue. Now we lock it down. Then he plays a Manifold Mouse? I don't know. Okay. That's not how Shatter Mage Rescues work. What the hell was that? Now I can just hold up removal. Nothing. Fish. You want to burn me? You want to burn my fish? Change the... Okay, that's a lot of counter spells. Just gonna hit him with the fish. Hardfire Hero. Nah, let's stop that from happening. I don't want to see a Hardfire Hero. I want to see you burn. Anything else you want to play? Ah, Z-Fee-Z. I didn't even sack it because I want to use the fish to attack. I could have sacked it for another draw, but I think this is fine. Two Beza is funny. I mean, I'm getting to a point where Beza won't even give me anything because our opponent's not doing anything. Okay, second fish. Double the clock. Maybe he's got like shocks and lightning strikes to kill the fish. I don't know. He seems to be holding on to his mana. Probably just Monstrous Rage and stuff. Which would be kind of funny. We're just gonna ramp these fishes till we kill them. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 15. Nothing? We're getting also to a point where No More Lies is not gonna work. So that's not great. But hey, No More Lies does tax his mana too. Okay. Does he have a pyroclasm or something? You're just getting killed by the fish. Nice gameplay. You stupid rat deck. Alright, our opponent is the All Hell Whale. You whale this game? Well, this is all the tech cards. As bad of a hand as I can get. And the opponent goes first. Now, they are using Mystic, was it Ristic Study Sleeve? So, what are the odds that they're slow, you know? I mean, I don't really get any card draws other than stock up. So I don't get a third land. All these cards are useless, so I gotta mulligan that. Okay. Still gonna put away to Vanish. I'm gonna regret that, obviously, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh, they're red. Okay. Optimistic Scavenger. Alright, so nothing I play here will matter. Demo Field, that is the 4th land. I need 4 lands for Beza. Farfire Hero. Gonna hold up protection? No, just armor? Okay. I mean, it's bad, right? We're gonna take a lot of damage, but... Wait, it can't even attack. You dum-dum. Good thing I have a turn 2 interaction, or I'd be really getting got. I take 1. And I take 4. Yep. At least I got rid of that card. That needed to happen. You can put the map on his Scavenger. He kept 2 mana open for some reason. Temporary Lockdown. Do we lock it down or do we Beza here? I think it's probably good to lock it down, right? Well, I don't Beza here. Do I hold up a Get Lost? I mean, he's got 1 creature. I could just hold up a Get Lost. He didn't have anything? Wow. That was surprising. I mean, if he didn't have anything, this will gain us a life and draw us a card. Go Beza. The card that we drew was a land. It's okay, though. Still relevant. Right End. Okay, let's stock up. Maybe we'll get an important change the equation. That is a counterspell. I don't know Rest in Peace does much, so we'll get another Right's End. Rest in Peace does stop the mouse trigger, but so does Temporary Lockdown. So does Right's End, honestly. So do they have hasting creatures? No, if they have hasting creatures, they'll die to the right then. Or we just get countered. Scavenger. Alright, we countered the Scavenger. Just gonna kill him with Beza. What is in their hand? That was a really bad play with the Ethereal Armor on Heartfire Hero. But I assumed they didn't have any protection, or they would have played a protection spell. We'll counter that, and we'll also draw 2 cards. Just counter all their creatures. Oh, GG! Yeah, we just counter all their creatures that draw a bunch of lands. Opponents definitely had really bad draws. 6 lands in an aggro deck is terrible. Alright, our opponent is the 8940. Yo. That's a name. We go first. We have a lot of interactions, but not enough lands. I do like this hand so far, but we do need to hit land number 3 for this hand to do... Oh god. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, we need land number 3, but oh, we also need land number 3 anyways, but I think we're just gonna die. This is the Oculus deck, right? Chart of Communications. Ah, we stopped that. I did get a land. Okay, that's important. So let's stock up. Vanish and Archive. More removal. They have red. I wonder what they're playing. Okay. I do want the Fountain Pour. Should have stocked up first. Do we hold up interaction? What can they do turn 4? Draw 2 cards? If they have a permanent, I definitely want to vanish it, right? But if they had nothing, I think stock up is still better. Well, we'll learn something today. Is this a good play or a bad play? Big Lock Prankster. They are reanimating deck. Nothing in the graveyard yet. So I have a Day of Judgment already. Definitely want the Fountain Pour. And I guess we'll take a No More Lies. We got got Rest in Peace. They tapped out. Man. I guess game's over now. They're a reanimating deck without a graveyard. Maybe they want to play it out. I don't know. Temporary lockdown. You know what? I want to keep my No More Lies, so wait. I'll let them lock it down first. Then I'll kill it. They'll also exile their lockdown. And we got a Jace Reno. Jace Reno's nice, but I think I might need to... Well, do I need my mana? I don't need 3 mana, right?
The weak-minded will be educated.
No, 3 cards.
Phyrexian. I will clear.
I draw another get loss. Jace on 1. Lock-picking prankster. I'll kill it. You got the spell pierce? They could have a spell pierce, I guess. Doesn't really hurt. Bounce off. Not really a spell pierce. Not really gonna matter. 0. Fluff on Verge. We gain life when we draw a card. I think that's pretty good. And we get our temporary lockdown. He really wants to play this out. Like, I don't know if he has a way to beat this deck. Pretty sure a lot of cards in his hands are dead cards. Haughty Jin, 0-4. I'm not sure what that's for. I mean, I guess it's a reduction.
Become subdued.
Prankster, huh? Well, we're gonna get lost your Haughty Jin then. It's gonna protect his stuff. Sure. Temporary lockdown again. I think I normalized this one. Big Lock Prankster. I can right end the Prankster for all the mana in the world, right? Let's just draw some cards first.
I know where to find all
Just
the
a land?
answers.
Our opponent is adamant on staying in. Haughty Jin again. This just gives permanent hexproof. Okay. We exile it again. We put a plus on nothing. We play a land and then we go for the attack. Down to 7. Another Prankster. Gonna try to buff the Prankster. Moment of truth. He wants his moment of truth. Let's see if he wants to protect. He didn't protect.
You can be made to obey.
The map is a card in their fountain port. It's down to 3. Mills 4 cards out of his own deck. Mills another card out of his deck. He's got 17 cards left. Another Prankster. Does that do it? got 3 mana. Maybe he has something. We'll do that again. Maybe he's gonna protect now. He's gonna have to tap out to protect now, right? Okay, did he do it?
Become subdued.
Become subdued. By my attack. He's gonna have to chump. Bounce off. Cool. He'll do it again, but he's down to less and less cards. He wants to reanimate still? I guess that's the only card left. This is lethal. So, unless you can kill Jace this turn, this mills 12 cards. You got 12 cards. I'll even do this to make it look like I don't see it. Maybe he doesn't see it. Okay. Never mind. Don't think it matters. Don't think it matters. Oh, actually, you know, he's gonna protect. So maybe that's his plan, that he's gonna protect? Yeah, if he's gonna protect, then there's no reason to sack the Jace, right? I'm gonna do this. Does he protect this way?
No secret escapes my
Okay, so
grasp.
he's down to 9 cards. What do I do? I attack and I can temporarily lock down him again. You think he'll counter a temporary lockdown on the Jace? It's down to 9, which is not a lot of cards. He has a counter spell. He's probably planning to counter whatever I play. Let's do it like this. Nine cards not a lot, so our opponent really wants to fight this out, I guess. And here comes the ropes. I guess I didn't have to mill him first, I could have attacked first. He's got a bunch of dead cards. How many Oculus did I exile? Just the one! How many's in his hand? How many Jin did I exile? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no more Jin. 1 Oculus. And now he's gonna do the burnout. Okay. We had a fun match, to be honest. I think, well, it was very fun for me because I rest in peace him, but we had a fun match, but our opponent has to be salty at the end, unfortunately. So I'm gonna cut the video here. We'll be back when he's finished rage quitting. Alright, we're back against this loser that just decided to rage quit. I mean, he had a fun match, right? He had a lot going on, but then he couldn't get through the rest in peace in time. And he just had to be a little petulant child about it at the end. There you go. GG. Goodbye. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all of those controlling games, how does this deck feel? I have to say, Azorius Control is probably one of my favorite archetypes to play because it has all the answers. And I like playing a deck that has all the answers. And that I don't like queuing up against random opponents knowing that there could be one opponent that just overall beats me every time. So that's why I like Azorius Control, because I have answers to everything. It's just a matter of how I play it and whether or not I draw those answers. So a lot of times when I lose, I know that I lost because I didn't play well enough rather than the deck lost me the game. So that's why I like these kind of style. This deck definitely is one of those, right? The games where we win, we definitely won because we were playing it correctly, or sometimes we got lucky. And the games that we lost, most likely we lost because we were not playing it correctly or that we got really bad luck. There's never a matchup where our opponent's deck just one-to-one always beats our deck like rock, paper, scissors. And, you know, this control deck has a lot of removal so that we can definitely answer most of our opponent's stuff. Now, the new card, the new inclusion, the right end and stock up. Oh yeah, these cards are insanely good. I would never put away, I would never turn down a right end or a stock up in this deck. And Beza the Bounding Spring has gotten us out of sticky situations so many times. This is a beautiful card. This is not just Shieldred, because Shieldred, yeah, it's scary, but it dies to go for the throat, right? It dies to Doomblade, but does it die to Doomblade? Well, it dies to, destroy target creature abilities. Beza, on the other hand, yeah, it also does that, but it has ETB abilities. And a lot of times when we're playing Beza, we're playing it to try to get back on board. We're trying to get life. So when that happens and they kill Beza, we're not too sad about it. And Jace, yeah, our win con, definitely a good win con. Stonebreak, definitely great as a tech card in the best of one to get rid of all of our opponent's sort of key card in their deck. That's the whole idea of this deck. I really love it. I think it's a very strong deck. And if you like Control, this is probably a very fun deck for you to play as well. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.